You are watching The Forbidden Files, the channel that opens the files they never wanted you to find. Today's file, it is happening right now, to real people, in real places, and the government still will not give you the full answer. This is the story of a weapon you cannot see, a weapon that attacks your brain, and nobody knows who is using it. Imagine, you are a spy, a top US government worker. You are doing your job in a foreign country, and then without any warning, you feel a strange pressure inside your head. A loud ringing sound hits your ears. Your head starts to spin. You feel sick, you feel pain, and then it stops. But you are never the same again. This has happened to over 1,500 American spies, diplomats and soldiers in 96 different countries since 2016. They call it Havana Syndrome, and in March 2026 it is trending everywhere because a shocking new piece of evidence just came out. The US government secretly bought a weapon, the weapon that might be doing this, and they paid over $10 million for it. The story starts in Cuba. The year is 2016. American diplomats, these are government workers who live and work in other countries, were staying at the US Embassy in Havana, Cuba, and they started hearing something very strange. A loud, sharp, painful sound, like a high-pitched noise coming from inside their own head. After this sound, they felt terrible. Headache, dizziness, memory problems, they could not think clearly. Some of them lost their hearing. Some of them could not work anymore. Some of them never fully recovered. Doctors checked them and they found something scary. Some of these people had real damages to their brains. Not small damage, real, serious damage. But here is the big mystery. Nobody attacked them with a gun. Nobody threw a bomb. There was no explanation. The attack was completely invisible. At first, people thought this was only a Cuba problem. Maybe it was something in the air in Havana. Maybe it was a strange local issue. But then the same thing starting happening in China, then in Vienna, Austria, then in Moscow, then in India, then in Paris and Geneva, then right outside the White House in Washington, D.C. In 2021, US Vice President Kamala Harris was about to land in Vietnam when her team got a warning a possible Havana Syndrome attack had just happened in this city. Her plane was delayed. The attack was not just happening to our regular people. It was targeting top government officials, intelligence officers, military leaders, people who know America's biggest secrets. More than 1,500 Americans have now reported symptoms across 96 countries. This is not a coincidence, this is a pattern. For years, scientists could not agree on what was causing this. Someone said it was a sonic attack using sound. Some said it was a microwave energy, invisible radio waves aimed at the human brain. Some even said maybe these people just imagined it. But the victims were angry. They were trained professionals, spies, soldiers, smart people, and they were all saying the same thing. Something attacked us, something we couldn't see. Then came January 2026 and a bombshell report from CNN changed everything. The US Department of Homeland Security ran a secret undercover operation. They found and bought a device they believe could be the weapon behind Havana Syndrome. They paid over $10 million for it. In secret, the device is small, the size of a backpack. You could carry it on the street and nobody would know. It sends out pulses of radio waves, invisible energy that can go right through walls, right into a human brain. The device contains Russian parts. It is not fully Russian made, but Russian parts are inside it. The Pentagon has been testing this device for over a year now. And the results, still secret, still classified, the public has not been told. Now comes the biggest question of all. Who is doing this? In 2024, a major investigation by 60 Minutes, a German newspaper and an international news group found something very interesting. travel records, phone records, movement patterns. They pointed to one specific group inside Russia's military intelligence, known as Unit 29155. This unit is known for doing secret operations in foreign countries. Russia says we did nothing, we know nothing. But here is what is very strange. The US intelligence community, the CIA, the FBI, all of them, they couldn't agree. Most of them said we don't think a foreign country did this. But one agency broke away and said, there is roughly a 50-50 chance a foreign enemy used a new type of weapon on these people. And then in early 2026, all US intelligence chiefs agreed to remove the old report that said a foreign country probably did not do this. They quietly pulled it back. No big announcement, no press conference, just quietly the old statement disappeared. Why would they do that unless something had changed? We talk about numbers, 1500 cases, 96 countries, $10 million. But behind every number there is a real person. Michael Beck was the very first person to ever report Havana syndrome symptoms back in 2014. He filed for workers' compensation asking the government to help him because he got hurt doing this job. They said no, they denied it. He was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease when he was just 45 years old. In January 2026, Michael Beck died. He was 65. Many other victims have lost their jobs, lost their memories, lost their health. Some of them describe the attack as feeling like a vice grip squeezing the brain from the outside. And after 10 years, they are still waiting for answers. So let us think about what we know right now. Over 1500 government workers have been attacked by something invisible. The attack happened in 96 countries, including inside America itself. The US secretly spent over $10 million to buy a device that might be the weapon. The device has Russian parts. The intelligence community quietly removed the report saying no foreign country was responsible. And the first ever victim of this condition died in 2026. Still waiting for justice. Here is the simple truth. Someone has a weapon that can attack a human brain without touching them. They have been using it for at least 10 years. And the most powerful government in the world. And all its spies and soldiers and satellites still cannot or will not tell us who it is. The weapon is invisible, but the damage is very, very real. If this video made you think, share it. Someone needs to see this. Subscribe to Forbidden Files. Because the files they hide from you, we open them. The next file is already classified.